Hi guys, on my morning walk again. So, welcome to another edition of Thoughts, Talks, Some Things on Walks. Okay. Anyway, what am I thinking about today? So today, guys, I'm thinking about a few conversations that I had with students a couple of weeks ago, last week. Basically, just discussing like some of the challenges posed by a lockdown, and how can you get yourself through um, through the lockdown with the lack of structure to your day. You're now in charge, or at least a little bit more in charge of how you spend your time, and a lot of us can struggle with having that kind of freedom. Even the most apparently motivated and successful of us. So how do we deal with that? How do we, and a lack of structure brings with it a lack of motivation. So how do we deal with that? Well, I'm not an expert on this. I'm barely an expert on biology. But what's my advice? What would I suggest? So yeah, first of all, I gotta say, even a grown-up person like me, on the wrong side of 30, on the wrong side of 40 also. But yeah, even someone like me, given a lot of decisions with what to do with my time while working at home, it's been a bit of a struggle. So what do I do? And what have I done in the past to kind of keep my wheels turning? Okay? Because yes, it's not ideal, but the worst thing that can happen is that everything comes to a complete stop. Okay? And so we got to keep things moving, even if they're not moving at the speed we want. So that's the first thing. Keep going forward. Okay? Even if your teacher sets you like 5 pieces of work, you got 6 pieces of work from your 3 A levels, and you just managed to get 2 of them done, 1 per subject, good. Because that's going forward still. Okay, that's not stopping, and that's not adding on work for next week, right? You're chipping away. So that's the first thing. Keep moving forward. Second, make a schedule, right? If you've got a lack of a schedule right now, make a schedule. Put something down on paper, put it in your calendar, set those reminders, and stick to it. Okay, but also set yourself rewards. Okay, so set targets, set yourself a schedule, and then try and do your best to stick to that schedule. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to try and set targets. Okay, in the morning you wake up, or the night before when you go to sleep, the night before is better. Because the night before, when you go to sleep and you know why you're getting up in the morning, because you got something to do, that gets you out of bed. Okay, so maybe the night before, write down on a piece of paper, what is it that you want to achieve or get done the next day, and do that thing. Okay, so set yourself those targets. And the other thing that can really help is when you give yourself rewards. Give yourself rewards for achieving your targets, and push those rewards back until you have done the thing that you want to do. Okay, so let's say you want to watch an episode of your favorite show. All right, well, that's in front of you. Push that thing away for now and tell yourself, okay, I can watch that show, I can watch that episode of the show, chill out with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever, okay, and I can watch that show, but only when I've done this thing, okay? Only when I've done those exam questions, or only when I've made my notes on that particular chapter. You get what I'm talking about there? So it's, I don't know, it's got a name. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. What is it? Deferred something or other, okay? But try and do that, okay? you think about what you want to do. What's the thing that you want to do? What's fun for you? Okay, I don't know, maybe that's knitting. Or whatever, or maybe that's reading a chapter of your favorite book or something. But whatever you want to do, you push that away from yourself until you've done the stuff that you need to do. Okay? I got to catch up on my registers, right? But I also want to have a sit down with my wife later on and chill out, have a cup of tea together. All right, but I'm not going to do that until I've done my registers. So I will have earned the thing that I want to do by doing the thing that I need to do. Okay, so that's really important that you try and do that. So what do we talk about? First, even if it's small things that you're getting done, do those small things, because that's moving you forward. Okay, and that hopefully might start, you know, a little bit of a snowball effect. You get one thing done, it gives you a bit of boost, a bit of motivation, and you get the next thing done. Okay. Next, we said try and create a schedule if you don't have one. Right? Going to college, all the travel, all that routine, going to school, that gave you a bit of a structure and it broke your day up. Well, now you don't have that. Okay, so what you're going to do, you can artificially create that structure. Okay? Make a timetable for yourself. Break up the middle of your day by going on a walk or something. Okay? Break it up. So you got a morning session, you got an afternoon session. Something like that. Right, then what did we say? Set some targets. Okay, set some targets. Ideally at the day before, the night before, you set out what you want to get done the next day, so it kind of helps you get out of bed. All right, and so you set those targets. But if it's at the beginning of the day, then that will work as well. But then you set a reward for yourself. So the things that you want to do, the things that you're looking forward to, you only allow yourself to do those things once you've got a part of your jobs done. Okay, so that's what I've got. Another tip as well. You know, when you're lacking motivation, it's really a bad idea to try and start doing something that's going to be really a lot of effort. Okay, so start separating the things that you do on a regular basis into the things that are easy, the things that are almost like requiring no brain power. Okay, versus the things that require a lot of work and effort. Okay, so for me, like reading a textbook and making notes, that was quite easy, almost enjoyable. All right, whereas maybe sitting down and doing some hard maths questions, that was tough for me. So what I would do is, if I was, struggling for time, or struggling for motivation, struggling for energy, I would keep moving forward, but I'd get those low energy, low brain requiring jobs done. Stick some music on, get myself a cup of tea, whatever, right? And just get those, even with the TV on in the background, sometimes you can do these jobs. But at least it's something that got done. You can tick that thing off the list and it gives you that subconscious boost that you got something done. And, you give yourself a little bit of a pat on the back, and it gives you that extra motivation if it's needed to then attempt that tougher thing. The thing that requires a bit more of your effort. Okay, so those are the things that are coming to me right now, guys. I'm a bit out of breath, but quite high altitude, a lot of uphill. Not that I'm unfit or anything. All right, guys, well, I hope this has been useful. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe it might be good to share the tips and tricks that you guys have with each other. In the comments, you can share it that way. All right, guys. Okay, cool. Keep on going, guys. Keep powering on. Right? There's going to be normal life on the other side of this, and you've got to be preparing for that. Okay? I don't want any excuses at the end of this thing. I don't want any excuses. 5 years from now, no regrets, people. Okay? All right. Babs are out.